Hey guys, Marsengen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are jumping straight in to try out our boy Physical Metal Cooler against Cell Max. So this is going to be interesting. We definitely need to get him to build up at the start. Obviously he needs to get hit, was it 4 times? Yeah, 4 times to fully max out his passive, so he's going to get all but one of those hits on this turn, which is pretty good. Now, the only problem I think we might see with running him, obviously I wanted to run double leads for him, so the friend is only 55%. I'm yet to see any ones with dupes on the friends list. Since I recorded the 55% showcase, I did decide to do another rotation. By the time this video comes out, I'll have probably tweeted the screenshot, but on the free multi, I pulled another copy of Metal Cooler, as well as getting a copy of Goku and Gohan in the same multi, so the free multi luck definitely came in clutch on that one. But yeah, so mine has 1 dupe now. Now the problem is with Metal Cooler, when it comes to Cell Max, we were talking about him a little bit in the 55% showcase. Well, we talked about him a lot in the 55% showcase, but talked about this in particular, the fact that obviously in slot 1, he doesn't have any tech in terms of like damage reduction, guard. Like he can have decent defense when he's fully built up. But obviously Cell Max is going to one-shot him with a super attack when we get to the tech phase. And of course, he'll revive. We'll go on to the next turn, where again, we would put the other Metal Cooler in slot 1, and they could get one-shot by the super attack, and then they can't revive, and that's it, we're dead. So, it'd be interesting to see how this is going to play out. See, ideally, I need him to get built up. I also need Cooliza to get stacks, otherwise he's going to be useless when we get to the end. So I'm actually going to let him get stacks first, because it's kind of more important for him to get stacks. Cooler can just get hit in the physical phase, right? Like he's going to get hit by the AoEs and stuff like that. There's almost no way we get to the tech phase without him being hit 4 times. So it's probably better to give an extra stack to our boy there, because we only need to get hit once with this guy, and then he's built up. And then this is a scary turn for the Int Freezer, because this Int Freezer can be really good against the final phase, because obviously because the final phase is tech, he activates his guard, which means he then has like damage reduction. But of course here we are type disadvantage, and we're not fighting a Goku family unit, so he's not going to be guarding or having damage reduction. So 3.5 for the 12 key super is, I guess, not terrible. This is after this guy's been hit 3 times as well, so he's not fully built up. Oh, actually no, he got hit at the start, so yeah, that's him fully built up. That was his 12 key super. How much does this do? Dodge, maybe? 100k. Well, fortunately, the Metal Coolers provide so much healing that that's not going to be the end of the world. How many group attacks are there on the entire turn? Is it 3 or 4? There's only 3. So that guy taking a bit of damage, but this is the great thing about the Metal Coolers, and if you are running double Metal Cooler leads, is you get that heal at the start of the turn, and then if they take even a single hit, you get a heal at the end of the turn as well. So the combination of the healing is actually crazy. Now, obviously, going back to what we were saying already, that doesn't really help you when you get into a situation where you're getting super in slot 1, because you die. So it doesn't matter how much you can heal. And the issue that we saw when I did the 55% showcase is that if he gets hit in slot 1 with the super and doesn't die, he took like 500 and something K, but we survived, meaning we were on very, very low health. And then, of course, it meant that we would have potentially died at the end of the turn because of units like, you know, the Int Metal Cooler. I think it was literally Int Metal Cooler on that rotation would have been killed. But fortunately, his defense was lowered by the super that did like 500 odd K, and then he took enough damage from the following normal attacks to then die and get the revival. But that could definitely be an awkward situation that you could find yourself in some of this more difficult content, where he doesn't actually die to the super, so then you don't get your revival, and then you know, one of the other units on the rotation gets killed instead. Because remember, that's the big thing with Metal Cooler's revival. Even though it is free, it has no condition whatsoever, it has to be him that dies. So obviously that can cause an issue later on. So After that, we ended up getting through the physical phase way faster than I thought we would. So, Cooler's locked in the last slot. I think that is actually fine, right? Because what are the chances that he supers in slot 1? Actually, you know what I could do? This is actually kind of perfect. Let's go for Sensu Beam here. So we can put Cooler in slot 1, and we're gonna use his active skill. Let me make sure these are on. Yeah. We're gonna use his active skill to remove the attack in slot 1, which will then allow us we can put Cooler in slot 1 and then have Metal Cooler in slot 2. Because he's gonna super attack first, which means that with his 18 key, he massively raises attack and raises defense normal for 1 turn. And then if we do get an additional, his 12 key supers raise defense for 1 turn as well. Now, what does the friend have that I bought? He gave him a level 5 silver crit orb. Okay, so obviously not link leveled. And of course, the other thing you have to remember is that these units are much better when you actually get big bad bosses to level 10, which of course we do not have with either of the metal coolers. Obviously, Cooler has it at 10, Final Form Cooler, so he's able to get it active. So we get the 18 key super. So let's see, he's got 84k. So he's going to raise defense on super. He doesn't get any other like defensive buffs. The friend one, I can't remember if this is the one that is fully built up already or not. But let's just go ahead and see how much damage he actually takes. So Cooler should get his attacks off here, and then that attack in the first slot should disappear, unless we got the weird bug of like removing no action. That would be very unfortunate, especially if the follow-up attack is a super. But I guess we're going to find out. Rainbow Cooler with Big Bad Boss is active. I think we do only need to get the one 12 key to tank normal attacks. If it is... yeah, see? Look at that. We got the weird, like, no action remove thing. That sucks. But fortunately, of course, you know, LR Final Form Cooler taking double-digit damage. And then, don't super me first. Alright, good. 174k. Do we live the turn? Well, we would have if he didn't super. Alright, so we're going to get super attacked and revive with full HP. 1.5 million. I mean, that's him at 55% after getting his 12 key super. Obviously, you know, his defensive stat, not crazy. Type neutral, no defensive tech. We would expect him to get obliterated by the Cell Max super. But then we get the revival. And let's see what the next turn is going to look like. Because we come back with full HP as well. So, Metal Cooler. Flexing away. Now, I guess we could put you in slot 1. Now, this means you can't get your revival. And this is the problem now that we sort of run into, as I was saying at the beginning, is only one Metal Cooler can revive. So, if he goes ahead and supers in the second slot again, and supers this Metal Cooler, then we straight up die. So, let's see. He takes 40k. That's not too bad. I saw a lot of people say that this freezer would be useful in this event, and I'd actually never used him in here. If he raised defense on super or something like that, he'd be really good. He's really good for super battle road because he lowers attack on super. Oh, wow. He's not supering in slot 1. Okay. So 7 million attack stat for the one dupe Metal Cooler with support from Cooliza. That is really good, but his defense... Oh, we get the additional as well. How much does he tank normals? Please don't super me as the first attack. I really want to see what he takes a normal for here. That's actually not bad, I have to say. Is he going to not super at all? Because if he supers Cooliza, we die. But if he doesn't, then we might live. Oh, of course he did. God damn it. Because, yeah, with the amount of healing that we have on the turn, if he only normal attacked Cooliza, we would have actually lived and then got a crazy amount of healing. So, let me jump back in and see if we can get another go at it. Okay, so, we are back at the tech phase once again. We do have everyone fully built up this time as well. And we are getting the Icarus support memory at the start of this turn, so that is actually pretty good. Be very worried about this Metal Cooler. I don't think he can tank very well. But I don't really want to put him in front of 3 attacks. Let's see, what kind of buff... All of this is meaningless if we just get supered in slot 1 anyway, but... So you get 2 links active, and that puts you at 400k defense. Otherwise you'd be... Oh, you're still at 400, so... I actually might just leave the turn like this. Because I really don't want... I don't want Metal Cooler on the rotation. But I also don't want him taking that many attacks. He does have a lot of dodge. But if Coolisa gets multiple supers, his defense is obviously going to be way higher. It's a tough one for this turn, but I think we have to do this. But of course, like I said, this is all completely pointless if he just super attacks in slot 1 anyway, which he could very well do. So there you go. If only that was an unarmed super attack, considering it starts with him doing a massive punch right in your face. Like, that would be so great to see that part of the animation and then have the arm getting smashed off and then regenerate thing. That'd be so good. I mean, it would obviously unironically be like one of the best units in the game for Cell Max if you actually could counter his or negate his super attack. Alright, what do we get on this next turn then? Because yeah, it's kind of funny. Cell Max is an outlier. Like, you shouldn't rate events based on like how well rate units. Sorry, on how well Cell Max does. Oh my god, I'm stumbling all over my words now. You shouldn't rate units based on how well they do against Cell Max. There you go. There are very, very few units in the game that will tank a super from him on in slot 1. So you are one of them though. So what if we do this? Now at the start of the turn, we should, because we revived with full HP. I don't think I've actually ever used a character that has an HP requirement after reviving with full HP, because he should... Golden Frieza should have his damage reduction because we started the turn on full health. So let's see. Of course. He dodges, so now we have to wait to find out. Because he will live a super from Cell Max. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, good. Because yeah, that would be terrible otherwise. And of course he doesn't super in slot 1. So we could have put Metal Cooler in slot 1. It's why, I've said it a million times before, the Scouter effect is one of the most powerful abilities in the game. Wow, that is a lot of damage. Now, he is going to heal a lot at the start at the end of the turn, but just like the previous death that we saw, it looks like he's probably going to super attack in slot 3, which is unfortunate, because if we survive the turn, we would get so much healing at the end of this turn. It'd be very interesting to see what we're actually going to get on the next turn, because... we will get a significant amount of the heals. And Metal Cooler's doing his part, or sorry, Final Form Cooler's doing his part, getting all these additional supers, so his defense is good enough to tank Cell Max's normal attacks. But, yeah, I don't think, even with 3 12-key supers, mine is Rainbow, but yeah, he doesn't, he does have Big Bad Bosses active on this turn as well, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't live a super. Don't super? Oh, I really thought he wasn't going to, and it was the final attack of the turn. How much does he still take from this? Yeah, still 920k. Which, I mean, considering he's type neutral, that's not bad after 3 supers, considering we've seen units take 1.5 million. But yeah, so Metal Cooler against Cell Max, I don't think he's a good unit for this event. Because, like I said, you get one shot by the super. I mean, we saw it happen twice, right? You get one shot by the super, then you revive, go into the next turn, but then the other Metal Cooler will potentially just get one shot by the super and you can't revive. So as I said, we can't really use this event as like a measuring stick for like whether units are good or not. But yeah, I don't think Cell Max is the best event for Cooler. I mean, we saw after the double super on that one rotation, he was tanking normal attacks reasonably well. But at least at lower dupe levels as well. Because remember, we've only used 55% friends. Mine has 1 dupe. But yeah, definitely not a crazy unit for Cell Max. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.